Hey there guys, Unofficial Lego here, hope you're all doing well, and in today's video we're taking a look at our Lego City in today's video with a Lego City, I guess, tour here and update here for the overall city. As you guys can already tell, it looks much more cleaner, much more organized, and actually kind of is starting to resemble a bit of a city here with its different layouts here. In this video, I guess we're just really going to go over the general layout here and even some future plans here, and also a huge new addition to the city as well there. Let's just take a look at that, being this brand new custom Lego building, yellow Lego building, which is really awesome. Took me a while to make, actually, believe it or not. I had been working on it for nearly 3 months, I feel like, just off and on. I would just, one day just randomly pick it up and then try building it and seeing how the bricks would all go and what different, I guess, likes and dislikes I had for it. But yeah, that is that overall, I guess, building. It's really supposed to be an apartment building, actually, believe it or not. And of course the interior, there's nothing inside on the interior whatsoever. It's just completely empty, which quite honestly is fine to me, believe it or not, because we never really do take a look on the inside of any of the buildings, quite honestly. I mean, the pet store here also is a whole new addition that doesn't have anything on the inside either, and it was here before. I didn't have any ideas, quite honestly, for what I should do with this building. It was just kind of a random miscellaneous building made out of random colored bricks everywhere, and yeah, it's just kind of how it was made, and it didn't have any ideas there for what it should actually be. It looked a lot like a warehouse to me, quite honestly, and that's kind of the direction that we kind of went, because I guess stores are kind of like warehouses in a way. But we went with the pet store. We took a bunch of brick-built animals there, and we put them on top, being a cat, a bunny, and a dog there on the top to kind of be like mascots, I guess. Not actual animals or anything, but just like kind of like a mascot type of thing there going, which is really awesome. And we're even starting to incorporate some minifigures and vehicles into the overall city as well. But I didn't want to get too ahead of myself, quite honestly, before I got into all of that. I wanted to do a whole new update video before we started adding in a lot more things and making the city a lot more hectic and crazy. So yeah, and of course the one minifigure, or minifigures, I did add because there are people on the inside of the mystery machine, the gang here. I actually just recently learned this today, that Velma actually here goes for $80 here in the United States, which is mad crazy to me, guys. And yeah, here I have an $80 minifigure just on the top of a car going around. But yeah, she's actually a really rare minifigure. I guess she only came in one of the Scooby-Doo sets of the lineup, which is pretty interesting, and it's always fascinating to learn something about your very own collection, like seeing a video like, hey, this minifigure is worth this, and you'll be like, oh, I have that minifigure, that's worth a lot, that's pretty cool. Not that I plan on selling it or anything like that, but yeah, pretty cool. And yeah, the I guess, general base and layout here, let's just get right on into it and start out with that down here, because this is really where I started out when I was working on this. The whole idea here was to incorporate the airport into some sort of reasonable area that would make sense. Yeah, it has some stuff on it, like some dudes here in a tree, and those are supposed to be there, actually, and those aren't supposed to be there, obviously. They kind of go there to the Minecraft guys, and quite honestly, they can move into this little corner right here, which works, I think it works pretty alright there. For the time being, I'm not going to do anything crazy with it. But, yeah, so that there is that for the time being, though. At least, it very well could move around. But, yeah, I based pretty much a lot of things around this airport and then went from there. It would only make sense to have some sort of body of water, I guess, next to it. And also try to take a lot of realism into the overall city and the layout with it. I mean, you're not going to necessarily have an airport next to houses, so that's why I try to put water in between it. Not that it's really like a lot of water, it's just like a little pond or like a little lake there. So that there's a work in progress as well, which is going to play out into a whole future, I guess, layout here for the city and what I have planned for it as of right now. As you guys may or may not already know, with my Lego room updates overall, the Lego room and what it looks like with all of its displays and all of that. Of course, we have my desk right here, which is kind of cluttered with quite a few things. There's my Stormtrooper army, or as of right now, and then next to that is our display, or our shelf, or at least one of them as of right now. So it's kind of being used as storage, though, quite honestly. And there is the brick-built zoo there, of course, as well. And the whole idea is to move my desk to the other side of the room and put another shelf there, actually, and then have the train. If I may or may have not noticed, the train isn't actually incorporated into the city as of right now because it just didn't make sense, and I wanted it to actually go somewhere and make sense. I just didn't want it to go around in a circle and not do anything ever, and not stop anywhere or go anywhere, because it just doesn't make sense for a train to go in a circle like that. It's not really supposed to be like a roller coaster ride. It's supposed to be a train and actually go to point A to point B, and that's just something it didn't do. It just went in a circle, and that didn't make any sense to me quite personally. So I just took it completely out as of right now. But the whole idea with the train, hopefully, is I'll move my desk here to the other side of the room, somewhere over there. Not really sure right now for the time being. And then I want to get another shelf and actually put it right here. And I'm going to have my problems with that, but we're going to, I guess, talk about that in a whole separate video. I'm not really worried about it right now. It's just a really nice idea that I really want to do. But, and then actually have the train come off the overall city right here, and have it go across the shelf, of course, and over here I want to incorporate some sort of like little train station. I think would be kind of cool on the displays, and kind of like expand out our city a little bit to an extent there, kind of across the overall room there. I think would be really awesome. Now, aside from that, I know I'm kind of getting sidetracked there with, I guess, future ideas here for the city. We have the Minecraft, I guess, house or kind of layout right here. It's multiple sets, actually. These are two separate sets, and this is a set, and then this is a whole set right here. So, yeah, I kind of incorporate it into its own little area there. As of right now, I don't know why I did that. It is an area. It's not... I don't know. And then, anyway, ignore that. Of course, here we have a lighthouse, and beforehand, I did have 2 lighthouses, and I actually did have 2 police stations in the city, but we're going to get to that in a moment, talking about this side of the city. For right now, we did have 2 lighthouses in the city. I took one out because it didn't make sense to have 2 lighthouses, especially for a small body of water like that. And I do plan on getting more base plates for the overall city. As you may notice, there's a lot of dang wood everywhere. And over here too, which is kind of annoying. I don't really care though as of right now. But yeah, I do plan on getting base plates, and if you don't know my position on base plates, I'm not paying $14 for a real Lego base plate when I can simply get, I guess, the knockoff ones. Yeah, go ahead, just like the video, whatever, okay. For like the same price, except it comes with like 3 or 5 of them, which is a lot better, quite honestly, in my own personal opinion. So that's just kind of my position on that. And if you really want a reason to dislike the video, look over here at the Lego Zoo here. This is Mega Blocks, but the rest of it's like actual Lego, so yeah, okay, that's not about that. That's not really in the city, but it's something I would like to incorporate into the city in future, I guess, city updates there, of course. But I'm really liking this overall gist and layout as of right now. It's something I'm happy with, I guess, for right now, and it's something I plan on keeping for a little bit here until we can get more parts, like more base plates and all of that type of jazz, another shelf there, of course, and then kind of go off from there, and I guess do future things and change around things. So yeah, like I had mentioned, over here we have the Minecraft, and then there's the whole airport there, and then kind of a little body of water there, which leads onto the ocean, and then there's like an airport tower and all that. Custom made, of course, custom made. It's just a tower. It's an empty tower. And I've had it forever, believe it or not. I might change it around though. I'm not really sure. That's the inside there. He's been sitting there for like literal years, since I was like, gosh, at least like 12 years old, guys. Put straight up. I'm 17 right now, so put that in perspective. This dude has been sitting there for years. Okay. And then, of course, here we have the beach. That's a huge part of the city that I really want to incorporate into the overall layout and the whole city, I guess, overall. And it just because in real life, I really do like, I guess, beaches in a way. I really do like them. I think they're very peaceful and very nice. So it's a huge thing I was really looking forward into incorporating into the overall city. And of course, we have our palm tree, custom little brick built one there, a random boat. That's not supposed to be there. That's not supposed to be there, and that's not supposed to be there. I'm not really going to have too much in the water as of right now. And I would like to change these out for studs. I just put those there because it connected onto these base plates. Connect the base plates and have them like that for the time being, so it doesn't drift around or anything. And yeah, of course we have a little hot dog stand and some random, like, I guess, seats and chairs there. The one thing I did kind of put some effort into, not crazy or anything, but that was kind of like this whole border between the overall, I guess, airport and then the beach there with the whole gates. I mean, this is like yellow here, and then it goes to white, and then there's like shrubs and bushes there in front of it. That's just there for right now. I didn't go crazy on it or anything. Spent like a good 10 minutes on it. Nothing crazy. Just wanted it to go there. And then, yeah, of course we have a few shops there. Ice cream shop there. And taco stand, hot dog stand, lemonade stand. I'm not really sure I'm doing with that right now. That's just kind of up in the air as well. And two little crabs there, of course. You gotta have the crabs there and some sea life. Yeah, but those kind of count towards minifigures, so that's not something crazy I was about. Random base plate. beach house, like house we already talked about that. And then yeah, that's like that whole general, I guess, section there for the overall city as of right now. And yeah, let's move over here real quick before we go on to the downtown area. Here we have just like a random like little park or tree house there, and I do plan on getting the Winnie the Pooh set. Of course, I'm a huge fan of Winnie the Pooh, and I want to put it right there, kind of like I have the Sesame Street here in the city. I want to incorporate that into the overall city layout as well. So yeah, and then behind that, it's just like a random cabin, a little house that has like a random plate over it. It's really supposed to be a pencil holder, actually, believe it or not. And then a modern day home as well, which is kind of awkward right there, just chilling on its own as of right now. And then the Scooby-Doo mansion there, and of course I got some posters, or not really posters, it's just the front of boxes I cut out and decided to put them on the wall. I wanted to cover the whole entire wall into I guess the covers of boxes, especially like boxes and stuff that are actually in the city, like the building there is there, the sandwich shop is right there. So it's something I would like to incorporate into the city. It's just still up in the air, and I don't really know about that as of right now. Of course, here we got the Scooby-Doo mansion. It's been customized like a little bit. It's kind of ugly, and I've been really heavily considering it, just switching it back to its normal, I guess, form of how it's supposed to be and how it came, because those look pretty dang ugly, those yellow bricks there. That's something I incorporated in there to kind of make it more, I guess, normal or realistic. It doesn't make any sense, so quite honestly, and especially learning like how pricey or how rare Scooby-Doo minifigures can be, talking about like later in the video or earlier in the video. It made me really realize and think there I should just keep them how they're supposed to be and how they came, because they can be worth quite a bit. So I plan on probably fixing that back up. And then behind that, of course, I think this works out really nicely because the back of this Sesame Street here is open actually, and I don't really want it to be, I guess, just open and showing off everywhere, because it doesn't make sense. And yeah, so it kind of covers it up and helps it. And then this just incorporates way too nicely into the city. I think the whole Sesame Street, see if I can get in there, Sesame Street there, and it really connects really well, I think, right next to the sandwich shop there, pretty nicely. I think they blend right on in really nicely. I'm like obsessed with it almost. And then there's like supposed to be like a little roadway there for, I guess, stuff to get over there into the whole residential area, of course. And then we already talked about the new yellow building, and then two detectives on the top. I call that dude Detective Louie, actually. Believe it or not, I actually found him on my cousin's fire pit and rescued him and made him into a detective and then put him in my city, which it's just a cool little backstory, I guess, for him. And then this dude's just like a random dude. I think he's from Atlantis, actually, believe it or not, and not much to say about him, quite honestly. Moving over here then, as we move furthermore into the whole downtown area. Here, I literally just put this together like 10 minutes ago before recording this video. Of course, there was the this whole like layout, I mean. Of course, there's the pet store now. There's nothing inside really, it's just empty, like the apartment there. And the only thing that makes it a pet store is the fact that it has these three little mascots on top of there, which is I guess the only thing, that thin line that's keeping it a pet store. And then there's a toy shop there. I really like how close it is to the beach. I think it's kind of nice, especially with this little gumball machine that has nothing in it. It's just kind of nice, and I feel like it blends the city a little nicer. And then the whole idea of windows and having a window look out to the beach, I think, is really nice as well. As this is apartment up here, this top floor, and then this bottom floor is a toy store. Same thing applies for the sandwich shop. The lower half there is a sandwich shop, and then the upper part is a apartment. Looking back over here on this side of the city, of course, we have the pet store. I didn't just drop my camera there, totally didn't just do that, so things look a little shambled there. Like this bird antenna, or the, I guess, like the telephone pole or whatever. There's the pet store, and then over here, of course, in the toy store, then there's the, it's kind of like, I guess, like a warehouse. This is really supposed to be like the warehouse, I guess. For right now, there's a crane there. Like a little shed almost type of thing. And then there's like a little side building there. It's just supposed to be like a nice little spot for like the construction crew, I guess, to hang out. It made sense to me. I don't really plan on storing like vehicles or anything there, because it's kind of big and it doesn't really make too much sense there. So it just looks awkward. But I do have the, I guess it's kind of actually custom, thinking about it, because this was a whole separate set, and then this was a whole separate set, part of Spider-Man and then part of the city. And I was just like, hey, this could be a cool crane. So that's what I did, and I have that in the city as of right now because we are rebuilding the hospital. I did have a hospital, and I decided to rebuild it. It didn't really look good. It didn't really look like a hospital, to be completely fair and completely honest, but one thing that was kind of special about this overall mock is that it was actually detailed on the inside, believe it or not. So yeah, we'll see if we do that with the new one after I get some parts and bits on that and work on that some, but that's probably a more far out there future I guess mock or project out there as the time as of right now. I really want to make it tall and go up higher. It just makes more sense to me. And then the fire station, it doesn't have a roof still, and it's not detailed on the inside, of course, either. So there's really not too much to say about that. I do want to add on to it, to be completely honest and completely fair, I do want to add on to it and make it taller. I think it'd be kind of cool and kind of nice. And then I also want to add like a whole like maybe parking lot or something for more trucks. I'm not really completely sure, but it does have the garage there, so it doesn't really make too much sense. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think I should do with the fire station as of right now. And then moving on to the last couple of things here, we have the new and improved police station. When it's not really new and improved, I actually took out the other police station, believe it or not. We had two completely separate police station sets that kind of conjoined as their own one big thing there, and it was just, I decided it's taking up too much room, and let's be honest, I don't think the city is up to too much mayhem there to have two, I guess, city police sets there, so I just completely took out the other one and stored it down here underneath the city as of right now, and I'll figure something out to do with it. I'll probably put it on display or something like that, or just keep it down there for right now. And yeah, I'm kind of happy with it. It was, I'm not gonna lie, for whatever reason, it was kind of hard to come with terms, or not exactly come with terms, but decide which one was to be the one that goes. And I decided it would be the other one, because I feel like this one just has more to it. It makes more sense to me. It has like a whole parking lot and garages there, and then the detail inside, and then where the jail cells are and all that, and then the does it have a helicopter pad? No, it doesn't have a helicopter pad, but who needs a helicopter pad? Be completely honest. While this one doesn't have like nearly any of that, so it just didn't really make too much sense. So I just took it out, and we have that one as of right now, which I think is pretty awesome. I'm rocking with it. I'm rocking with it. And then the last two things here is the museum. Not too much to say about it. It's not very interesting, to be completely honest. And I would like to make it kind of interesting, like add some sort of robbery scene or something when we incorporate vehicles and minifigures in there. And then there's also the theater, which I think is pretty alright and pretty cool. I would like to add another theater though sometime, and furthermore, to just kind of lead me on to my whole next thing, I would like to add in maybe even like a whole nother table or something for the city. I'm not really completely sure there as of right now. I'm not really sure if I would like to do that. And then at the beginning of the video, I did talk about adding in a whole nother shelf and everything there, and the only problem with that is that there's actually a bit in the wall that sticks out, and that's like a part of like the water or something for the overall house. So that's kind of in the way, so we'd have to incorporate something there. I think either the shelf would just stick out a little, or I don't know if we would cut the shelf around or have to make like a custom shelf. That would be kind of a lot of work, to be completely honest. But that there is every single building in the city. And yeah, I thought I'd just make like a short video here, not really short, but a video here before I started adding in more things like vehicles and minifigures, and then from there we can incorporate and add and update even more things like the base place or more buildings like that, which is something I really want to do. I want to add a whole nother skyscraper right here, maybe even taller, maybe even the Daily Bugle set. That one does look pretty awesome. It's kind of tempting, but my wallet says no, guys. Straight up, my wallet says no. So yeah. And then straight up, aside from all of that, the rest of the room is a pretty big mess, because it's just a mess, and I've been moving a lot of things around for the next future LEGO room tour update video, which I've been making a lot of those lately, I feel like. So yeah, look out for that, as the room is undergoing a lot of big changes. But this is the city here, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did. It really does help with the channel. And check out our Instagram, Unofficial LEGO, for more LEGO related content. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. Thanks so much for watching, and peace out.